decorated inside of it so far. So this is about how much you guys should have done. Some of you might have even had time to color in the letters too, right? How many of you got to color the letters so far? Good, awesome. So we're gonna continue on this and we're gonna try to finish this today. So I'm gonna show you the later half of this, all the steps today. You don't have to get your paper out, just watch for the first few minutes. So we're gonna pretend that I'm finished coloring here, okay? So make sure you guys color it before moving on. And once you have colored the letters, you're gonna use your ruler and your pencil and start doing the 1-point perspective drawing. If you still remember, you put your pencil in the vanishing point, ruler kind of on the horizon line. You may not have one anymore, but just kind of put it sideways like this. And you are gonna rotate your ruler towards a corner. Now you can see that there's a lot of letters very close to each other, right? And there's a lot of corners that you gotta stop by. In the H letter alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the A, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 corners. There's a lot of corners that you're gonna be stopping. And that's gonna be quite a bit of work, but if you do it right, it's gonna look nice. So anyway, I'm gonna rotate it. Let me use this other ruler that has an arrow on it. So as you rotate it, you're gonna look for a corner. When you meet a corner, you're gonna stop your ruler, hold your ruler down, your pencil jumps, lands on the corner, and the line goes back towards the vanishing point. And automatically your pencil will go back to the vanishing point. So you keep your pencil right there and keep rotating your ruler and go to the next corner, jump your pencil, land on the corner, and draw your line towards the vanishing point. You rotate your ruler a bit more, draw a line from the corner to the vanishing point. Oh, and that also made a line for this corner too, automatically good. And if you meet corners like right here, where my arrow is pointing out, and if you make a little bit of a line, your line will be kind of ruining your design, right? So in that case, should we make a line or not? No, we don't even start a line. So if your line is starting inside of your design or colored spaces in the letters, don't make a line. And you continue to make lines. And you need to know which lines to skip, because if you make a line from here, the line's going to go through your design or inside the letter. On here too, it's going to ruin your design. And from here, you can make a line only until it's going to stop shortly right there. And you're going to continue to rotate. Should I make a line from here? Should I make a line from here? Should I make a line from here? Yes. But just like any other lines, if the line bumps into something else, even if it's a different letter, like a stranger letter next door, if it bumps into it, stop, okay? So you continue to do that. Make sure you're making your lines nice and neat, because you're going to end up drawing a lot of lines. And if you are starting to, oops. Okay. And if you are starting to not use a ruler anymore at one point because you're like, I think I can do better without the ruler, then it's gonna. Okay. Let me just start this again. Okay, so you're gonna end up making a lot of lines, and we want to make sure that all these lines are made from a ruler, not just eyeballing it and just drawing with free hand, because that's gonna eventually ruin the whole thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make all these lines. And when you're kind of done with all these lines with both words, you need to check with me so that you don't have any missing lines or lines drawn in the wrong place or going in the wrong direction. So notice that all my lines are ending at the vanishing point, getting drawn into it like a magnet. And the lines are not going out the other way. Let me do the other side. So it's convenient that you're ending your pencil line at the vanishing point and keeping it there, and that way you can just rotate your ruler around it. Okay, just a few more lines. Okay, so this is how it's going to be finished. So you can see that there's a lot of lines very, very close to each other, right? So if you don't use a ruler, it's just going to get completely messed up. So make sure you guys use a ruler. Practice using a ruler if you have to before you get to all of these lines. And once you have finished this much, so this is from here is your choice. If you think your lines are fairly away from each other and you want to use a Sharpie on these lines, that's okay. But in some cases, if the lines are like too close to each other, using a Sharpie line might kind of ruin all the lines because the lines might be kind of thick and it might be kind of bleeding into the other areas. So it's up to you. If you just like the way the pencil lines look, you can keep the pencil lines like that. If you want to use a Sharpie, I can let you use a Sharpie at this point. But whatever you're going to do, if you finish this much with all the lines, let me check your lines so that I can show you whether you're doing a perfect job or you're missing a few lines or not, okay? And then you're going to start coloring inside of the letters on the sides. These three-dimensional sides of the letters can be colored and decorated. And also the background could be colored and decorated too. So think about what kind of decorations or designs or coloring should we do in the background so that we can express the meaning or the contrast of the two words that you guys have going over here, okay? All right, guys, so I'll let you guys do your work now. Get your paper out. I'll pass out the rulers.